Let's get this stuff out on wire here. Hold on. Receive. Alright. Alright, let's go. John chapter 11 this morning. I'm hoping that this thing don't, if y'all hear some music come on, just give me a second to get it going, because this thing is so slow. And it's probably going to play some music I hit 5 minutes ago because it's so slow. All right, John chapter 11, and let's start at verse 32. John chapter 11 is the account of where the situation of Lazarus dying and being resurrected from the grave. So let's go to verse 32. Let's start at verse 32. I want to see what the Lord would have for me to show in this and how we can apply it to our lives. It says, then when Mary was come where Jesus was and saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying unto him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. If thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. Check this out. Lord, which means ruler, which means supreme one, which means literally the rescuer. She literally calls him who he is, but then turns right around and throws a negative vibe in it by saying, if. That word if is a contingent. If, which means it's your fault. Because if you had been here, my brother had not died. So how can you call me Lord, but then charge me with what has gone wrong? How can you call me Lord, but still can't get victory? How can you call me Lord, but still live like I'm not Lord? Lord, if thou hadst been here. This is her own volition, her own mentality, her own mind that's talking. If thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. Verse 33, when Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping which came with her, he groaned in the spirit and was troubled. So he looks and sees that she's crying. He looks and sees that the people that are with her is crying as well. And it says he groaned, but if you notice where it said he groaned, it said he groaned in the spirit and was troubled. So that gives straight indication that this was something that bothered him deep within, because he's saying, y'all don't see the whole picture. You don't see the picture. I'm crying because you don't see the picture. I'm hurt because you don't see the picture. You don't see the clear view of what actually is going on, and now I'm troubled. Verse 34. And he said, where have you laid him? Then they said unto him, Lord, come and see. Verse 35 says, Jesus wept. Now, it has been said, and I have heard it to be said, that Jesus wept over Lazarus, as far as like saying he loved Lazarus so much that he cried over him. But now that I'm in another realm of revelation, I see that that's not the case. The case was clearly because of what he said. He groaned in his spirit and was troubled because he saw the condition that they were in. He saw that they were calling him Lord, but yet they was living life as if he was not Lord. He saw that they were literally caught between two opinions. He saw that they were in a fix. He saw that they were in a dilemma, and it bothered him down inside of his spirit. It did not bother his mind, But it said it bothered him in his, he was groaned in his spirit and was troubled because he saw the condition, saying, these folk really don't even see who I am. These folk really don't even know the power that I possess. These are people that I have spent time with prior to me leaving to go to the place where I am now. I was with them and I gave miracles. I done miracles, and there was signs, there was wonders that was done for them. I had to leave for a little bit, and a situation took place where Lazarus is sick and then dies while I am gone, but yet they still don't understand. They still don't see the full context. They still do not get it. Part of them is saying he's Lord, but then there is the other part of them that's greater than that part. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all better catch what I'm saying to you. That part of them that said he was Lord, but then there was that natural part that was greater than that part that called him Lord. That natural part will kill you. That natural part will get you every time. It will get us, that natural part. They were saying he's Lord, and yeah, we believe he has the ability, or they were saying, yeah, he can do it, but if he's not doing it in our own time, or if he's not here to babysit while this miracle needs to take place, then we're not going to get the miracle. Jesus was saying, I shouldn't have to babysit you in order for you to see a miracle. If you believe in the power of God, if you believe in the ability of God, then there should not have to be any babysitting that takes place. You should know that there is a willingness or a desire to do it. So now he's troubled because he see that they in bad shape. They in bad shape. They in bad shape. So it has been said, it has been taught, Jesus wept. Jesus wept. Shortest scripture in the Bible. Only 2 words. Jesus wept. And it has been said, Jesus wept because it was so much about the love he had for Lazarus. Well, I beg to differ. It was because of what he saw, the condition that the people were in. He was in. So verse 36 says, then said the Jews, behold how he loved him. See, even they thought that. They thought that he was crying because he loved Lazarus so. Verse 37 says, and some of them said, could not this man, which opened the eyes of the blind, have caused that even this man should not have died? Look at that. They go messing with him again. They saying, now if he loved him so much, why is it that he would allow him to die? That's contradiction. How is it that you could love him but let him die? So in their mind, they're saying this contradiction, but this is the same people that were saying that he's crying because he loved them. See, they did not understand what was going on with God. They did not understand what was happening the whole time. Can I say something to y'all and you really understand what I'm saying? You can be in the presence of God and still not understand God. Sit right in his presence. Still not understand. That's why it don't matter about you sitting in no building every week. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter about you sitting in no building every week. You could come and sit 7 days if you want to. It ain't gonna make a difference. Presence of God will be moving all around you and you still don't get it. He right there, they see him crying and they take in their mind to say he's crying because Lazarus is dead. That's why he's crying, but then turn right around and put a spank on him and say, but if he was so in love with him, why he let him die? See, that's how that dual nature operates on the inside of us. God help me this morning. Yeah, that's how that dual nature operates on the inside of us. That's the type of stuff that we do. Yeah, I love Pastor Lee, but watch that butt. Watch that butt. Watch that butt. I mean, I like them, but watch that butt. Watch that butt. And that's exactly what they did. He loves Lazarus, but he let him die. But, so they right there in his face, but they don't see him. They don't see him. They got so bold, verse 37 again. I want y'all to see the thing that they literally attacked him with. It says, and some of them said, could not this man which opened the eyes of the blind? They knew he could do it. They had saw him. They had witnessed him doing things before. But they would not allow what they saw him do and who he was to become effective in their lives. Oh, I wish y'all heard me this morning. Until you allow what God can do to become effective in your life, it don't matter what you see him do for somebody else. It ain't going to be of none effect for you. None effect. It's going to be of none effect for you until you let him be it in your life. You could see him heal 30 people in a room beside you, but it's not going to be of any effect to you until you let him heal you. It ain't going to be of no effect. They say he done opened the eyes of the blind, which means they saw him in action. Said, have cause that even this man should not have died. They said, oh, Kosi, we want you to do what we want you to do when we want you to do it. And you didn't come do what we want you to do when we want you to do it. So now we going to attack you. We now going to challenge what there is that operates best about you. So you have the power to heal, but you wouldn't come and heal Lazarus. Verse 38, Jesus therefore again, there it is. Look at that. He said, Jesus there again started groaning in himself. He hurting for real now because he's saying, look at there. Just look how foolish. This hurts me to see how foolish you are. This hurts just to see how foolish you are. I feel Jesus too. I get him and I get him. I get him. I get him. I get him. I understand. I'm starting to understand more and more too. Jesus therefore again groaning in himself. Groaning within himself, coming to the grave. And they think he crying because he crying about Lazarus. But he ain't crying about Lazarus because he already know the deal on Lazarus. He already know the capability of what he can do. He already know that, hey, listen, I ain't got to do nothing but go over here and tell Lazarus to get up, and Lazarus going to get up. I ain't crying about Lazarus. I'm crying about y'all that done been hanging around me and still ain't got good sense. That's what I'm crying about. I'm crying about those of y'all that done seen me do this stuff, but you still ain't got good sense. You still allowing yourself to be caught up in all kinds of stuff. That's what I'm crying about. I ain't crying about Lazarus. I already know the situation on that. I know what the end result gonna be with that. But it's you all, because it's you all that are expressing a lost nature. It's you all that are demonstrating a lost nature. It's you all I'm concerned about. So he groaning within himself. In verse 38 it says, and he cometh to the grave. Then it says, it was a cave, and a stone lay upon it. So this is the thing about it. I need to show y'all something in this. Lazarus was the one that should have been in bad shape, but he wasn't. Definitely, you gonna do this today? I'm gonna do every bit of it. I sure am. Lazarus was the one that was supposed to be in bad shape, but he wasn't. He wasn't. It literally says, you better look at verse 38. It says it was a cave, and a stone was laid in front of it. It was a cave, and a stone laid in front of it. So it would seem that this man, as if when you've always heard it be preached, it has always been preached about Lazarus. This man was supposed to have been the one that was in bad shape. Well, today, as a woman of God, as a teacher of God's word, one that loves and respects God to the best of my ability, I would like to interject to you from a whole nother level to say Lazarus wasn't the one in bad shape. It was the other folk. They were the ones in bad shape because they couldn't see. They were right there with him but could not see. Lazarus' miracle was already one for the books. They were the ones in bad shape because they could not see. They could not see. They couldn't. They had already encountered him doing all types of miracles, even voiced it from their mouths concerning the miracles that he had the ability to do, but they still didn't have the sense to believe. They had accusation. That's what they had. They had a lot of accusations. If you had been here, my brother would not have died. If this man could open